Hey everybody, here we are in Memorial Day weekend, and here's a garden update. So starting here, what you're seeing is more of the newer addition when I put the new bed in here using the new stones rather than drill. These are working really well, folks. You know, the wood still looks like it's in good condition. It's not warping or splitting like when I made the beds and then had to put the support bars there. Don't know why that wood was that way, but it is. But this cement blocks that has the slots, you just slide the wood in. This couldn't have been easier, folks. So if you are like me and just kind of getting into these raised beds, do yourself a favor at Home Depot, look for these little blocks. This is a 10-inch board, so 2 of them pretty much cover it. That means that normally when I buy the 12-inch board for some extra height, 2 of them will still fit it in, because that will be nice. So, you know, they're really cheap. You don't have to do drilling, screwing, nothing. You slide them in. Then if you have to move it for whatever reason, you can. So invest in these blocks. Make your raised beds as easy as possible. I'm going to do that for all future beds. I hope they keep making these blocks because I love them. The blackberries are here in this bed. They're doing really well. They seem to take. Bought the plants from Stark Brothers. Stark Brothers is really good for plants and trees and berries and stuff like that. I buy a lot of my stuff there. They ship it. You get it in a couple days and it's good quality. But you can see how they have established themselves. The canes are starting to raise up. So they're doing good. Here, because I had this mulch area, I put in some watermelon. You got to remember, watermelon likes to spread and put the tendrils all over the garden. So what better place really than on the mulch, using a back to Eden garden method. Push back the mulch, put some dirt there so it can establish itself, water it, and let it go. Hopefully this is going to do well. I've never done it before, but it's an experiment. Back here, where last year we had the sweet potatoes in the containers, I've replaced it with the raised bed, and the sweet potatoes are now starting to vine out, and I'm trying to trellis them. As soon as they get long, I'm trying to put them on this trellis, because last year we had a lot of good luck. They absorbed a lot of sun. They had all day sun here. Even though the neighbors' trees are really getting too big, they really need to pare those back because they're going to create too much shade over our house soon enough, but hopefully they'll cut that. But till that time, they get full sun here, and as the vines trellised up on this wire, then they jump over the fence, they get a lot of sun. They were super big. So I'm just going to trellis them as they keep getting bigger. Sunchokes. Here they are, sunchokes. They're doing really well. Both the ones that are in the bed and some of them that got loose and are in the mulch area. They're just growing straight in the mulch. Which, again, the Back to Eden garden method says, do you need soil? No. Well, you do need soil, but can you grow in mulch? Well, sunchokes seem to like it. I've had some rogue sunchokes, as you can see, be outside of the bed. Well, hell, let them grow, right? Just like what Jeff Goldblum says in Jurassic Park, life finds a way. It sure does. Sometimes they grow better than if you intentionally tried to plant them and they don't grow. Here, they grow rogue, let them go. Here, which may look sickly, it's not. It's the potatoes dying back. Oops, as I trip. The potatoes are dying back, the plant. And there'll be potatoes here pretty soon when I go to harvest. There's a weed, but I'm going to let them die back a little bit more. There's some sunchokes here that seem, again, some rogue ones. Oh, look at these weeds in my mulch. You still got a weed, but look how easy that comes in. That's the intent of Back to Eden garden. You just pull, and the weed comes right up. There's one back there I can't reach right now. Anyways, back to the potatoes. I'm going to let these die out, die back, and then I'll harvest the potatoes, and I'll make a video for that. So that should be interesting. I've never grown regular potatoes like this before, so if I get any potatoes, that will be a success. If I get a whole bunch of potatoes, I'll be screaming, you know, because last year I just couldn't grow any potatoes. They all got rotted out and got too wet. I didn't do a good job. But then I'll plant something else here once I pull them up. Blackberries. These are the blackberries that we started in containers a while back, and now they're in the raised beds. They're doing fine. They got big canes, right? The new canes for this year, they're growing big. Lots of green blackberries that we kind of picked them all year. Yeah, so they're doing good. So these are thorns. I wish I didn't have the thorn ones because I pick you to death. These are thornless. I'll probably always stick with the thornless, but at the time that's the variety they had. Opportunistic here, I put some, again in the mulch area, some cantaloupe. Lots of flowers. The plants look okay. They're not giant plants, but grow me a cantaloupe, hopefully. Over here I got strawberries. The plants are first year, so they're getting established, and there's a weed back here if you can see. The squirrels plant acorns, and then I gotta come and find where they plant them and pull them. I don't need an acorn tree there. So here's the strawberries in the raised bed. They're doing well. The plants are establishing themselves. I don't necessarily expect strawberries right away, but let the plants get bigger and go, yeah, then maybe. Next to it is the raspberries. They seem to be establishing themselves too. I don't know if I bought enough plants on the first go around. I might have to come in there and put some more plants in just to kind of fill it out. I figure maybe as the roots get established, they'll start popping out in other places, but I'll probably get another 6-pack or something and throw them out here. They're yellow. Queen Anne, I like those. Continuing on, here is another cantaloupe. Turmeric. If you live in a hot climate, folks, put some turmeric in here because it will grow. And last year I had them in containers. They did excellent. Now I got them in this nice raised bed. I hope they do even better. Alright, so let's continue on with another update in just a second.